our professional developments was about self-driving cars. How will they give opportunities for our new drivers? How will they give challenges? Um, the car I was driving last year had lane keep assist, and a lot of beginning drivers struggle keeping the car in the lane. So the steering wheel would shake when a student drifted off. I thought that was very helpful, but you still need to learn how. Sometimes it became a nuisance. Also, lane keep assist, that is really important. So one of the first questions is awareness and attention. Even if a car is self-driving mode, why should you always stay alert and keep your hands near the wheel? Well, we've seen case studies. You've seen Wham Bam Tesla. We're shouting them out. People could be doing everything right, and someone stops really hard, or someone blows the stop sign, or someone blows the light. I think for all of you as the next generation drivers, because electric cars, particularly Teslas, you can get. I have a student who's 17. He works at Chick-fil-A. He has a Model 3 long range. The car was under $20,000. It's a very safe car. He charges at home, plug in, not a level 2 charger. Level 2 is when you have the larger 3-prong plug, like for your electric dryer, or if your parents have a motor home. But he doesn't use it. In the long run, electric cars are cheaper. In the beginning, the cost is a little bit high. So you should always keep your hands on the wheel, even with a self-driving mode. All manufacturers have some type of self-driving mode, so this isn't anything new. We want to stay safe. We want to help our drivers really learn how to drive first before you get into the self-driving mode. I think before my career is done, there are driver's ed companies that have self-driving cars. They have the Ford Mach-E. They have the Tesla. They're here in the United States and around the world. So companies are using these. Number 2, system limitations. What are some of the situations where a self-driving car might struggle and require you to take control? This could be heavy rain. It can be really slick. You're driving at 60, but you should be driving at 50. You're driving at 80. You should be driving at 40. You are in self-driving mode. The speed limit max is 45, but you're driving at 55 or 60. Unclear road markings. All over the United States, pavement markings get removed, erased, worn out. So I would like to see all of you learn how to drive first before you learn in a self-driving car. It will give you more opportunity to be safe. I'm not against self-driving cars. It took me a while to understand, particularly the range and the battery. But there are also ways you can check to see how much the battery has degraded or degraded. And I think if you know what you're doing and bring someone with you, you can get a really good, crispy car for a really good price. Ethical decisions. So let's talk about this. Your car has radar. Maybe it's an old person walking. Well, does the car know it's an old person? It might. If the programmer puts in how old people walk, maybe they walk with a limp or they walk hunched down. Now you have a young family who's standing straight up, walking quickly. The self-driving car has to make a decision. Do I take out the old people? Do I take out the young people? Someone has got to program the car. And there are ethical concerns. Self-driving car has to make a decision to avoid an accident. What do you think it should do? Passenger, pedestrian safety? There's a lot of ethical concerns that are out here. When self-driving cars kill someone, is it the driver's fault? Is it the company's fault? I would say it's the driver's fault. But I was in self-driving mode and the girl ran out. There's nothing I can do. I tried to stop. You're still the driver of the car. And I'm quite sure there's Supreme Court cases in our state, cases around the world, where people have to make a decision. Distraction risk. How is using your phone in a self-driving car different from a regular car? It's not. You're still distracted. Well, my car is driving. I'm going to be on the phone. I'm going to eat. We're not there yet with technology. I talked to an engineer at General Motors. He said about 10 years. 10 years, this will give us time to understand more about self-driving cars, to get more charging stations, to get it more. It is already in the mainstream. We see Cybertrucks, we see Teslas, we see the Trailblazers, we see electric cars all the time. And more people are using them. It's becoming more and more commonplace. So you really have to kind of balance out when you're in the car. Number 6, weather and road conditions. Why might snow, heavy rain, faded lane, pavement markings be a problem for self-driving cars? They use lasers, they use sensors, and if those pavement markings are covered or faded out, the car's going to go all out of control. So you really need to know the area. You still need to learn how to drive. You still need to be safe. Let's pretend there was an emergency at the house and you have to get to the hospital. You could tell your car, we need to get to the hospital. I'm bleeding and I can't drive. Your car could save your life. Or I need you to drive to pick up my mom. She's injured. Or my dad. It could do that. We've seen the summits mode in cars in parking lots. A person presses a button, it backs up, it waits for people, the car will come and get you. But what if a kid runs out? What if someone backs out? Emergency situations. If the self-driving car suddenly disengages or malfunctions, that could happen. What steps can be taken? You got to handle that wheel. You can't be over-reliant on a self-driving feature. We're not there yet, but it's slowly happening. What about legal responsibilities? If the self-driving car gets into an accident while you're in the driver's seat, whose responsibility? You, the car maker, software company. A good lawyer would sue all of you. He would sue the driver, the software company, and the car maker. And I'm quite sure there's some law suits like that are out, but they probably don't go to court, and then they're paid. In some cases, they might be suggested, hey, we're going to pay you. You're going to sign this form. You're not going to take it. So I'm not saying this right around. Human versus machine. When should you switch from self-driving mode to manual control? Maybe you're really tired. Maybe you shouldn't be driving. Maybe you're on a really long trip. You're going back into the city. Get out of self-driving mode. Maybe you're out of the city on a long interstate. Put it in self-driving mode. So you need to know Houston, Texas, Detroit, Michigan, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, Brooklyn, Long Island, New York. These areas have thousands of people. What is the future of self-driving cars? I want you guys to answer this question. I'm going to put this in. And I want you to take a moment and answer this. This is for all of you. So I'm going to re-put all this in for all of you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to hit paste. Okay, I want you to answer this question, all of you. Take a moment and answer this question. Do you think self-driving cars will make roads safer or riskier in the future? Why? We're already here. There are already self-driving cars out here. They're already driving around. Right now as class goes on. So I need you to think for a moment. Put your answer in. This is a very interesting situation that we're discussing, talking about driver's ed versus self-driving cars. The technology is here. Me as an instructor, I want to use a balanced approach. I like to see self-driving mode cut off and then have my young drivers learn about brake regen, learn how to drive, and then maybe toward lesson 4, 5, and 6, maybe sprinkle a little bit of the self-driving in. But
we can't hear you.
I like to see a balanced approach, guys. And I think if I was teaching 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I want to see a balanced approach. I would cut off the self-driving features You need to learn how to drive, learn how to park, learn how to merge. Then around drive 4 or drive 5, we'll start putting some of the self-driving features in. I would teach you how to really read a map and understand road conditions, because every year a lot of states are still upgrading the power grid, even though we have a different structure in power right now. Self-driving cars are here. Manufacturers are still using this technology regardless of who is in power. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of self-driving cars that are going to be very cheap. If I was a teenager now, I'd probably get a pickup truck. I'd probably get a sports car, but the Teslas look very sporty. Some of the EVs look a little bit ugly, like a mom car, dad car. No cap, no hate. Sorry, I don't have my soundboard. But most teens and most young people want a good-looking car. In terms of the self-driving features, they can be unlocked. Maybe you could scan your driving record. And if you have a good driving record, maybe that self-driving feature can be unlocked. I think the states need to update some of the laws for self-driving cars. It's ultimately the driver's responsibility. If the driver has an accident and they're on self-driving mode, it's your fault. And you leave yourself open for being sued, the software company being sued, and the car manufacturer being sued. This is not just Tesla. This is Ford has the Mach-E. Tesla has all the Elon Musk, the software engineers. Chrysler has their vehicles. All manufacturers have some type of electric cars. So I think we don't want to hold progress back, but I think laws need to readjust to prepare us for the next frontier in driving. And then we're going to mix in self-driving, autonomous driving, and really teaching drivers. I like the idea of this. I like the idea of the cameras to allow you to see and teach. I think that can be integrated into driver's ed, and I think that can really help all of you. And a lot of cars today do have cameras. Some of the trucks, you can pay additional money. I'm looking at some of your comments. I think it's truly dependent on how far they are developed. Yes, you will always have bugs. Yes, Elon did say this. We will always have people being injured or killed. You saw the Tesla backing up. You should always look out your back window. You can't rely on a camera. That person messed up their own car. That's their fault. Software updates don't work. Maybe you had a power failure. Maybe there was an error in the code. But over time, I think they will get safe. It does make roads safer, but you always have to be aware. I think there should be an automatic shutoff when you're going into big cities. I think after the big city, you can have self-driving mode. I think the governments need to work together with automotive manufacturers. If you've driven a Tesla or your parents have, please put yes into the chat. If you've been in a Tesla, you've driven a Tesla, put yes into the chat. I just want to see. Oh, a lot of you put yes. Oh my God. Hold on, I'm looking right now. Nope, yes. Nope, yes, yes, yes. We have, let me get this chat right. No, no. We have more yeses than nos. So this is telling me, let me make this larger. I'm going to go back up to the yeses. 1, yes, 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 nope, yes, no, 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 no. It's about 50%. So more of you will be involved with those self-driving technologies.